Right, I'll do. So I just thought I'd talk about my injuries and then you can see what I've got to work with. So 2011, I think it was, November, rear end collision into the back of my car by a larger vehicle at around 60 mile an hour. My right leg, because I was turning into a junction, my right leg was slammed down into the pedals and the seat of the car sheared off. I didn't think there was out wrong with me. I got out more concerned about the car that hit me because there was a young lad in it, and it wasn't until I got back home that I realised just how fucked I was. So from that, I had to stop my training, stop boxing, and probably for 2-3 years struggled on. Then I think I had an operation on my hip because the labrum, which is the ligament that surrounds your hip joint, ball and socket joint, that had torn, so I had to have a section of that removed, and then life just took over. So I never got back to boxing, never got back to training. Other priorities came along. So then a few years back, probably 3-4 years ago now, business, house, everything, lost everything during the financial knock-on from the pandemic. So anyway, so that put a lot of stress and strain on my body, mentally as well, I guess. So not only did I have this chronic pain from my hip and damage to my back, so the scans on my back show that there's 3 of my vertebrae that are worn extensively on one side from the accident, so it's twisted me. So that caused a lot. So the whole waist, hip area causes me a lot of problems. So whilst I'm dealing with all the chronic pain with that, I had a lot of business, family stuff to deal with as well, and effectively I kind of burnt out, I guess. So I was suffering from long-term fatigue. So anybody that runs their own business probably suffers the same, and then stuff piles up, other problems come up, and usually you can get through them, sometimes you can't, and I just had too many to deal with, so it didn't work out for me. But I then developed what I've been told is fibromyalgia. So basically the excess stress on my system overloaded it, and my body's just absolutely doesn't know whether it's coming or going. So I can feel fantastic some days, do something, for instance, fucking basket in Aldi. I took a basket out of Aldi, the alarm went off. The alarm, whatever that did inside my head, 2-3 days, my body was fucked. So I have that to contend with as well. So I try not to deal with stress. But physically living with chronic pain, because you're in it, you're not able to, and pain does weird things to you. Pain makes you focus really strangely on yourself in order to try and deal with it. So what everybody else might be able to see is a way forward with helping you with progression. Your mind might not be ready for, or my mind certainly wasn't ready for stuff. So it's really taken a bit. So believe it or not, I was 23 stone a couple of years ago, and basically when we had to move out the house and everything, couldn't sort all the stuff out, and we had to move somewhere else, my body just, when we moved in and we were settled, my body just collapsed, and I was in bed for probably around 2 months, where I couldn't move. Even the sounds of the dogs barking, the pressure of the covers on my legs, on my body, was just agony. So when I came through that, because I couldn't eat, I didn't feel like eating, I couldn't move anywhere, I couldn't do fuck all. I mean, I was just stuck. I went down to around 10.5 stone. And personally, my weight ballooned because I've been on long-term opioids, so like cocodamol tablets and codeine, diazepam, tramadol, and then eventually onto morphine. And nothing was touching any of it. It was just seemed to making it worse, and I just had this voice in my head that said, fucking bin the lot. So I did. I ripped all the fucking morphine patches that I had on off and just went cold turkey, and it was fucking horrible, right? I'm not pretending. I've never been into using gear like that, but yeah, if that's what it's like when you're coming off bloody heroin and shit, then not nice. So when I came through all that, after stopping all the tablets, the pain within a couple of days eased off, and my body started to reset itself. And then I went through a period of maybe a year recovering. So I spent, well, the first job was to be able to get to the fucking toilet and the shower. The shower was just a godsend. If I didn't have a shower to ease my back off, my hip off, and my whole body, to be fair, everything was just so tense and so unbelievably just agitated all the time was my body. And the showers seemed to really ease it off. So I slowly progressed from being stuck in the bedroom to moving out into the living room, trying to eat stuff, which was just, didn't have any appetite for anything. Yeah, there I am at bloody 10.5 stone, absolutely just look like I've been dragged through an edge backwards. If you look at some of the early videos that are on here, I think there's some still on, a lot of the music ones, a lot of me sat in the middle of the night playing the guitar is me strung out, either on the morphine or coming off it, and just trying to keep myself occupied because my sleep patterns were all over the place, still are. So it was my whole, every aspect of my life was affected by it. So then, manages to get moving, get walking, simply just by using a stick and walking everywhere. It really was literally, first of all, if I could walk from the bathroom to the bedroom or to the living room, that was the first goal. And then slowly I'd start walking up the field, and then get further and start, and eventually, probably after maybe 6-7 weeks, I started to get more movement back. Still painful when I walked, but losing the weight, so losing like the best part of 12.5, 13 stone, made a big difference. And that's part of the reason now. So now that I'm back into a position where I feel like I can do stuff, obviously if I do too much, so for instance, like with the training, so I started training on Sunday. I've trained every day. Now my training is not like it used to be, right? It's very gentle. All I've done is essentially just stretch, just try and get some movement like I used to do, a bit of rolling. I've done a little bit of shadow boxing, press ups, sit ups, lots of squats to try and build the strength back up in my legs, because that's just wasted away with me been poorly. So that's where I'm going with it. Obviously I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physio, I ain't no sports science person or out like that, so whatever you do is up to you. But I'm doing stuff for myself, so if I can help you, then just message, comment or whatever, and I'll try and help. But ultimately, I want to get in the ring with some of these dark side knobheads and knock fuck out of them, you know what I mean? But nobody's replied back. I must be insignificant. Never mind. Right, thank you.